Hello, my name is Stephanie Wilson, and I'm coming to you today from Raceland, Kentucky, which is just right outside of Ashland, Kentucky, which sits on the complete northeast tip of Kentucky, right beside Ohio and West Virginia. I live just actually a few miles from, actually probably just a mile or two from the Ohio River, and this is my home. This is where I grew up. I'm married to Tony Wilson, and he's the love of my life, and we've been married for almost 17 years. We have 5 children, all between the ages of 20 and 23. So, yeah, that was a little bit fun. They were all teenagers at the exact same time. And now they're all in college at the exact same time. Um, Having them little at that age is fun. Teenagers, not so much fun. 20-something, they're getting around to being fun again. Anyway, we've lived all over the country. We started our little family. We moved from here. We lived in the beautiful mountains of West Virginia. Then we lived in Knoxville, Tennessee for a while, just 30 minutes from the Great Smoky Mountain National Park. And then our travels took us out west, and we lived in the suburbs of Seattle for a while, at the foot of beautiful Mount Rainier, which is a beautiful dormant volcano. Glad it was dormant. We had fun out there, and then our life journey brought us home, where our family is. And my husband was hurt in an accident about 4 years ago, and unfortunately was no longer to work the kind of jobs he'd been working, and had to go on disability. So that's what propelled me to go back to school. I had always stayed home, and I homeschooled my kids until they were middle school, high school age. Then when they started public school, I started public school with them as an aide. I was hired as a sign language interpreter, and I worked with a couple of deaf children. I worked in the public school for the past 8 years. I worked with most of that time with a couple of deaf children. And then I would also do some RTI and stuff like that. But my main job was with the deaf students. And then the deaf students left, and then I worked with some moderate and severe disabilities, and then also just RTI, and just as a regular aid position. I resigned this summer and started substitute teaching and selling Tupperware on the side. If you need Tupperware, contact me. I love Tupperware. Anyway, started doing that on the side. I went to sub so I could start preparing for my student teaching and get my face in some other school districts besides the 2 that I had worked in. And I loved subbing. I like that way better than being an aide because I get to be the actual teacher, so that's really fun. I'm really excited about getting into my methods class. I'm so excited to graduate so I can get a job and teach. And trying to think, I think that's about everything about us that's interesting. My first son's getting ready to get married this year, so it's going to be another challenging year. Anything and everything that could happen since I started college has happened, so it's been quite interesting to say the least, but it's been fun, and I love it. I love Asbury, and I have a daughter who went there for a year and a half, and a son who went there 2 years. He's actually back there taking 1 class and then planning to start full time back up in the fall. Um, so we'll see what happens. So I look forward to this class. Nice to meet you.